Hello everyone and welcome to Warhammer Online, Return of Reckoning, the private server. A lot of you guys came over to my Twitch channel and you ask about the professions, the crafts, and how you can make money in this game. In Warhammer Online we have two crafting professions, Apothecary, or also known as Alchemy, and Talisman making. There is also four more support gathering professions, Butchering, Cultivation, Magical Salvaging, and Scavenging. We're going to go through all of them today, so you guys know what to do, where to do it, and how to do it. Now, if you've seen the previous tutorials about navigating into the cities, you know that the profession givers are around the main square. So we're going to start by picking up Apothecary. So you just talk to the NPC that you find, learn trading skills. Okay, and now we have it. We press V to open up and go to General. And I should have had the quest. Oh, there we go. There's Apothecary. So we have that one. So now we can drag it to a bar. We can open up the interface menu. We'll go through this in a minute. Now, there's two professions that accompany Apothecary for the potion making profession. One of them is Cultivation, which the dude should be somewhere around here. There we go. There's the cultivator, so we're going to learn that one as well. You have learned the cultivation skill. The other support skill for Apothecary for the potion making is butchering. You can only have one crafting profession and one gathering profession. So on this one, we took Apothecary and Cultivation. Now, what is the difference between Cultivation and Butchering when it comes to potion making? The Cultivator can make every potion in the game except sealed potions, armor potions, and toughness potions. Those three materials for making those potions, they only come from butchering. So if you want to have a full profession, you're going to have two characters, one with cultivation, one with butchering. The same applies to talisman making. Talisman making is the craft that you create talismans, which are small gems that you can put on your gear and benefit from them. So in the same way Apothecary works, magical salvaging, you can make every talisman in the game except armor, toughness, and that's it. So you also need two to get the full range. Now we have ourselves Apothecary in this example and cultivation. Now in order to make a potion we need materials. So first we need to level up cultivating. Okay, so we need to cultivate. In order to do that, we go to the Ventor here. You don't need to go any further, just the Ventor. So you browse the materials, and we're just going to grab a couple of seeds. Actually managed to do is a bit laggy today. Alright, we took a couple. So they go to your specific crafting item bag. Okay, so you don't have to worry. These bags will automatically upgrade themselves up to 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. As you level up, your bags level up as well. Now, let's see how we're going to go and make some mats to create something. I pick a random seed. If you look through the Ventor, you will see that it has a lot of stuff. Okay, so for us useful right now is these things here. It's a big list. It's a lot of potions to do, and also has a supportive material. But let's see what we need to cultivate. So we have the seeds, so we're going to put the seed here, and you now are cultivating. We started cultivating. As you can see, there is a timer on the bottom here, and in 52 seconds it will move to the next stage, and then after that will be another timer for another stage. So we're on the germinating stage, then we will move to the next stage. So if we're just going to wait a little bit, boom, seedling stage, and then this one where you can rip it. Now you go home and you drag and click, and you should be able to do the rest. Now those slots will open at 25, 50, and 75 skill. So as you level up, they will open up to do more than one seed at the time. You can click and see in detail. The higher your level, the longer it will take to move from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3. Now on this point you will see that here it says place soil from your backpack here to fertilize this plot during the germinating stage. Here it says place a watering can from your backpack to water this plot during seedling stage. And here place a nutrient from your backpack. Now this used to work on Age of Reckoning when it was live. On this server you don't need to add any of this. This is considered to be a waste of time and money. You don't get anything as a bonus from this. So now that the whole stage completed, we can harvest. Now that we harvested, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one more to cultivate. So we can put this one in. It starts, we can close it, and that's it. You can go on with your job, do whatever you want. There is a specific add-on that can help you with cultivating, so you don't have to keep opening all these windows. It just stays somewhere on your screen and you click it. Now, the result of our cultivation was to get some Masty Elvis parsley. This is the material, this is the seed to cultivate. As you can see, we had 6 seeds, now we have 4. Every time you use one, they go away. But you can hold Control and right click, sorry, Shift and right click. So you can hold Control and right click and you'll see that we get the seeds back. You can break them down so you can keep a stock for yourself. As a result, you get some resins, which we're going to use on cultivating, at least on low level. As you will cultivate and your skill will go up, so will your bags and your seeds. This seed is skill cultivating 1. So this is a level 1 seed. Then at some point as you cultivate, you will get some plants as a result, which will be at 25. Then you cultivate the 25 until you get the 50, the 75, the 125, 150, all the way to 200. And that is you leveling up your seeds. You have to do that for every seed in the game. See, there's a lot of seeds here and spores. You have to do that for all of them if you have a good stock of top level for your 40, 80 characters in the future. So I'm gonna break, I can't break this anymore because we're gonna need it. So once you have that, go back in here and the first thing you want is to buy yourself a bottle, which goes there. Then we go into Apothecary, we drag the bottle in first, and then we put in the material we want. Now there's a bar here, instability, stabilitometer. So this basically shows you right now that if you try and brew this potion, it will 100% fail. So we need to improve our chances. We're going to take the stabilizer, I'm going to put it there. Now it's almost 100%. Just for this example, we'll put another one. You can right click and they get added in order. There are more than just stabilizers. You can find seeds that you create new items such as extenders, so you will make your potions last 60 minutes instead of 30 or 15. You will find stabilizers along with multipliers that you can make not just 1 bottle all the time but 2, and also others that will increase your critical chance so you get better quality. For example, instead of getting a healing potion of 1500 HP, you will get a potion of 2240. It's up to you how you're going to play this. Once we have that, now I don't have something else to put here, but my potion is already stable. So for the example, we're going to click brew, and our apothecary skill has increased to 2, and we've made a fleeting elixir of allaying. So this will restore 240 HP over 6 seconds. And that's how you make potions. In the meantime, our cultivation is done, so we can harvest that, and we get more materials. So we keep doing this. We'll put the seeds in again for increasing cultivation. We'll talk to the vendor because I didn't buy enough bottles last time. We'll get a couple of bottles in. Okay. Then we need some stabilizers. We're going to break at least one of them down. Sorry, the game is a little bit slow at the moment. So we'll do one more. We add the bottle, we add the material, and we add the stabilizer. Now we only have one, but it works for the example. This recipe will definitely succeed. As you grow up, you will need to find some more combos to stabilize your potion and become progressively harder, but nothing. So now we have 2 of the same potion. So a small recap here. You cultivate your seeds through cultivation, you reap them, and then you use Apothecary to make your potions. You don't need water or soil or nutrients for cultivation, but you do need the stabilizers for that. And as you level up, you need to level up your seeds and spores to a level of 200 so you can make the good high-end top tier potions. The same goes with butchering. The process of apothecary remains the same with the stabilizers, multipliers, critical chance, and all that. But you're gonna have to go and kill specific animals to get the materials to making armor potions, specific animals for getting the shield potions, and specific animals for the toughness potions. Specifically, you need dragon and lizards for armor potions. You need bats for shield potions, and you need spiders for the toughness potions. And then you can make that. Cultivation is easy. You can do it anywhere. As you can see, we can walk around and we're still cultivating. It doesn't stop. I mean, we can harvest and we can put the seed back on and just close it and carry on. Not a problem. We will do a little tutorial at some point showing you some of the farming spots for butchering and how you can use those. Now, the other profession we have is talisman making. Here's the butcher if you need to get butchering. Cultivation and apothecary, I would recommend you pick it up at the start of your career, you know, level 5, 6, when you get to war camp or back to Aldorf. It's one of those professions that do take a little bit of time to level up because you need to buy the materials, the bottles, keep reseeding until you get high level seeds and everything. For butchering, you can pick it up at level 40. And once you do that, you find some level 40 plus mobs in the game, NPCs. You kill them and you start butchering. At the beginning, you will not take any materials to use, but you will level up quickly. Every fail will increase your profession. Whether every succeeded attempt to butcher, you will increase as well. So I calculated about 2 hours from 0 to 200 on butchering if you pick it up at level 40. Now, let's see a little bit about talisman making. I will remove apothecary. Be careful when you click people, because when you do lose your profession. We have learned the skill of talisman making, which is here. We're going to pick that one up. So what we need now is the fourth one. We need to get magical salvaging. So we're going to pick up this from this guy here. Salvager. Sometimes you need to talk to them twice just to make sure you have learned salvaging skill. Now, to level this up, I would definitely recommend you start this with when you start your character at early stage, so you have ingredients, because you're breaking down items from the game. As you level up, you need the low levels and move forward. If you don't do that and you start at level 40, then you will come across a small problem. You won't have anything to break down. You have to spend a lot of money in the auction house to buy expensive low-level items, or you have to go back down to level 1 areas and level 2s to grind that down. However, you can get started. The vendor here will give you all the necessary things. Just going to buy one of everything here. The one we do need to start off is starter figure. I'm going to get a couple of those. They all go automatically into your bags. Remember, the bags will grow as your professions do. So let's grab magical salvaging and put it on our bar. Then we need to open up our skill. Now, magical salvaging, you just press this, get a little hammer thingy, and now the shuttered figurine is for you to train at least a couple of levels. As you can see on the tooltip, it says 81% success. So when you put this over any other item, it will tell you this one is impossible. It won't let you salvage it. You need to rank up. So you break this one down, your salvaging skill increases to 2, and again, and now we got Silence Essence. So we're done with the salvaging. Now we need to move on to making talismans. So if you put the mouse over anything, it will tell you what you need. So what we don't have is a container. A couple of those. I think we've got all of them, what we need. I don't actually have a talisman maker because I don't like the profession myself. So if you right click, everything goes into place. So we need to put the material in. They do go in order. So if you try and put, I'll give you an example. If I try and put this on, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You just need to find the right order. There you go. Everything has a little color. And now that we put everything in there, you also get here a power meter, how strong a talisman will be. So you just press fuse, and we created a talisman, which is right here. +3 ballistic. Now, you need all 4 of them to do a good talisman, so this is a bit more demanding than cultivation. And you just keep on doing it and you'll get them. Now, eventually you will have some gear. You take your gear out, you shift, right click, opens up, and you drag this into the slot, and you get the extra statistics onto your gear. I would like to point out that talismans cannot be removed from items. So once you slot it into an item, that talisman is bound to it. If you want to change it, and let's say you don't no longer need to have a +3 ballistics, but you want a +10 or +20 wounds to increase your HP, you have to destroy the one in your gear and put the new one. So be careful when you're doing tests, because that might cost you a lot of money. Now, with the scavenger, like we said, you need to kill mobs, so you pick the according gathering profession to what you want to do. And these are the 2 professions, Apothecary for potions and Talisman making for talismans. Before we end this tutorial, I will spend just one moment to go to the auction house. I want to show you something. So this is the Aldorf auction house. Everything we said applies exactly the same at 100%. For Destra as well. Now, in the auction house, I'm using an add-on called Shinies for this. It's a bit more convenient for me. But let's say we want to find a talisman. So choose talisman, any talisman, it doesn't matter for me right now.
Step right up.
Come on.
That's a ropey run of luck.
There we go. It's a lot of talismans, that's why the delay. So here's a list of a lot of talismans. Now, as you can see, we got some blue, some white, some green ones. So I'm going to put this by price. So this one on the top is, as you can see, +24 intelligence, which sells for 650 gold. And we also have some 139, and they drop. Just have some green ones. As you can see, there's a plethora of talismans and amounts. So you can tell they're in demand, and they're fairly expensive as well. Especially the purple ones, because they are the top quality that you can find out here. I'm just doing this to show you that there is a market for it, and you can really do well if you put a little bit of time into it. The same applies for the potions. And let's see if we can find a potion. Nope. Item type. Go down to P. Potion. There we go. So it finally loaded up. So here's a lot of potions. Again, green ones, blue ones. There's no purple on the potions, only green ones, the normal ones, and blue, which are the critical high version of it. So as you can see, there's a lot of demand. This system will not bring everything up because it's too much. But once you look for a specific name, let's say lasting potion of Viridian, you click it, it brings all the available potions up there. And this is all you need to know about professions. We'll do some farming spots in a different tutorial. So for today, guys, I hope this will come very handy to you if you want to make some money, start your professions. Just to recap, we have Apothecary, which is the main crafting profession, and the supplemental ones, the gathering ones, is either Cultivation, which you can do anywhere, you buy stuff from the vendor, or Butchering, that you need to go and kill creatures and butcher them to get the materials. Butchering, you do armor, toughness, and shields that you cannot do with Cultivation. To have a full range, you need 2 characters. And the second crafting profession is Talisman making, which you can combine with magical salvaging or scavenging. Magical salvaging, you break down items and you can make everything with it except armor and toughness, which you need scavenging for that, and you need to kill not just mobs but humanoids. Okay, humanoids, and then you farm the mats from them. Again, here, if you need to have the full range of the products, you need to have 2 characters and split them up, because you can only have 1 crafting profession and 1 gathering profession. So I hope this helps you to understand the professions. I will see you next time.